Okay, so before we get into this video is sponsored by The Morgue. Is your dead relative just starting to clog up space in your house? You don't want to get them cremated because then you got that vase full of junk that takes up space on your shelf, and you may accidentally lose the ashes in the grass. If The Morgue takes them, well then say hello to Free Space McGee. They will freeze the body and keep it there until you can afford a grave for them, you non-working class piece of shit. So head on over to www.fakemorguewebsite.com and use the code XB and you get 20% of the body frozen for free. Yep, for free. So just go to www.fakemorguewebsite.com and use the code EXBEE to get 20% of grandma frozen for free. Ever since the dawn of time, i.e. the late 2000s, YouTube was a viable career. But at some point in 2017, a little thing called demonetization came around, and that meant if you were offensive, kiss your money bye-bye. A lot of the edgier creators began to struggle because while the bot said that you would only be demonetized for hate speech, what it actually meant is that it demonetized anyone who wasn't all rainbows and marshmallows. That meant a lot of the edgier creators who had made this their job had to find a different and more reliable source of income, which led to the rise of popularity of sponsors on YouTube. Now yeah, sponsorships have existed before the whole demonetization thing, but I would argue that they really did ramp up during that dark phase. And people fucking hated it. There's a very big stigma against sponsorships on YouTube because people just want to sit down and enjoy a YouTube video when all of a sudden you hear, "Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about product good, use code to buy product for less, end of sponsorship." A lot of the times that's just how sponsorships are. Really quick nuggets of info just randomly thrown at you really boringly. But what if I told you there's a way to make a good sponsorship? No! Yeah, you knew what you were getting into when you read the title. But let me break it down for you step by step. And maybe, just maybe, tell some YouTubers how to make these sponsorships both work and be entertaining. So if you're going to make a functioning sponsorship, firstly, you gotta make it funny and quick. Now, if you're not making comedic YouTube videos, you're probably not getting very many views, so this doesn't matter. A good example of an entertaining ad would be Quackity's YouTube's ad. He writes a rap song and sings it. It's quick and it is fun to watch. Another good example is the Corridor Crew's R-rated Civil War video. Jake dresses up in an Iron Man costume and tries to sell the dude Squarespace. It's funny, it's wacky, it's 2 minutes long. Okay, that's a bit far. That brings me to the first thing you should not do in a sponsorship. Make it long. You know, now, about 75% of all sponsorships are just bland and quick. They're at most a minute and on average 30 seconds. So you're just like, might as well watch it, it's only 30 seconds long. But when the ad is not only boring, and also like a bajillion minutes long, you're not going to attract anyone to the product and they'll most likely just skip it. One of the most heartbreaking crappy sponsorships are the ones in the New Rockstars video. New Rockstar is a great Easter egg channel. The thumbnails are... But when you watch the videos, you can see that everyone working on these is having fun and actually gives a shit. Unlike 90% of other people in their genre. Like, look at this.
Source material, but there are still nuggets tucked away in the movies for the longtime comics fans. Here are some of the Easter eggs in Avengers.
But their sponsorships are just so bad. There are some cute visual nods and some funny bits, but most of the time it's just so boring. And on average, these sponsorships are 3.5 minutes long. I'm sorry, but there is no way I'm watching all that shit. Look, I know the pandemic is hitting you hard not only emotionally, but also financially. Okay, maybe not financially, but seriously, just shorten your ads, please. Unless it's the Blue Chew, those are fine.
Oh my god!
Next thing is the product. Some products are just not good enough to make a great sponsorship. Like, basically any VPN. I cannot think of a single good VPN ad, and that's probably just because VPNs are a boring subject. But also, when you have a product, you want to tell people what you're selling them. Because if you don't, then people are just going to be like, what the fuck was that? While they did praise the Quackity YouTube's ad, it kind of just crams all the information into like the very end. However, one of the sponsorships that I think does this really well are the Tomago 24/7 ones. Tomago just quickly describes what the thing is and tells you why you should want it. While they're not really fun, they're good at describing, and they're so quick that you don't really want to skip them. I do think that one that is both entertaining and good at selling you things are the Mr. Beast ads. They are fast, they are fun, and they're easy to understand. Future me, end the video, please. I think about 2 of those sponsorships were good. You know, I usually defend YouTube sponsorships because boys gotta eat. But looking at the sheet, not a lot of them are good, and that's kinda sad. But knowing that there are still some good out there, I'm not giving up on them just yet. Mostly because I want to be sponsored one day. Hey, I'm back. It's me, Sincere Me. Yeah, I know this is a weird video. I went from talking about Clone Wars to trying to sell you 20% of your dead grandma. I don't know. I was having fun with this one at first, but then I feel like by the end, I kind of pushed it too far. I probably should have did more research, but like I think the main reason why the very end of this video I think falls flat is because I got this idea for my next video while I was working on it, so I feel like I'm just kind of rushing this video just so I get to work on that next video, because I got a feeling it's going to be really fun. And I'll be honest, the main reason I wanted to do this was because of that opening skit. Hopefully I'll make more videos like them. Hopefully you like this. If you like this, I'll make more. If you don't like this, I will still make more. Because I was having a lot of fun with it in the first place. I'm thinking one of the like weird formal ones I'm thinking of is doing like times companies made stupid decisions. I don't know. I thought that one would be fun. But yeah. Next is Marvel.